In a speech in South Carolina recently, Donald Trump called for the shutdown of the internet to hinder ISIS, saying,
"We're losing a lot of people because of the internet, and we have to do something. We have to go see Bill Gates and a lot of different people. We have to talk to them, maybe in certain areas, closing that internet up in some way."
The media spun into a firestorm of outrage, declaring Trump's idea completely implausible. And they're not wrong. The truth is, America doesn't control the internet in other places of the world, and most American sites already censor or shut down terrorist activity anyways. So in order to prevent ISIS from using the internet, we would have to march into Syria or Iraq and physically tear the routers off of their walls. Or, well, what Trump said.
"I'm gonna bomb the shit out of them."
So the only real option a hypothetical President Trump would have of turning off the internet would be, well, here in America. And you know what? He could if he wanted to. It would be huge.
It's terrible.
In 2006, the Department of Homeland Security created SOP 303. Standard Operating Procedure 303 gives the federal government the authority to turn off the internet in the case of a national emergency. This has been deemed by many as the internet kill switch. Many are concerned about the unchecked power this gives the government in controlling our access to the internet. It also completely infringes on our First Amendment rights.
Oh, freedom of speech, freedom of speech.
In 2012, the Electronic Privacy Information Center submitted a Freedom of Information Act request asking the Department of Homeland Security to fully disclose the text of SOP 303. To this day, they are still fighting for the disclosure in the Supreme Court. The internet has only been shut off by the government once since the SOP was drafted in 2006. In 2011, a homeless man was killed by a Bay Area rapid transit officer for wielding a knife. The murder sparked numerous protests in BART stations. A month later, officials turned off cellular networks within BART's platforms for 3 hours to deter any more disruptive activity. Protesters called foul and even alluded to the Arab Spring protests in Egypt with the hashtag #MuBartek. So Trump's words might seem ridiculous, but they're not that far-fetched. Although, now that I think about it, I doubt Trump would want to interrupt his constant media coverage by turning off our internet. So I shouldn't do a Donald Trump impression?
No.
Ooh, careful. That's why we have to tape things down. We have to be professional here. Because people die if we don't. You're fired. You're fired. Make sure to leave a comment and subscribe to our channel for more because it's huge.